Good morning, student. Today we are going to study 7th chapter of class 10th, that is control and coordination. In previous lesson, we have studied about different life processes such as digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, and excretory system. Now, in this chapter, we will study how these different organs coordinate with each other and who tells about to the control on these organ system. You have seen many things which happen to our life. You have observed that a child grows to an adult human being, and other examples such as when you see a tiger approaching to you, what would you do? You will run. And other examples such as when you get an electrical shock, what would you do? You will jump or go away from that site. So but is the inside our body which tell us about to the how to grow, how to run, and when to jump or move away from particular situation. So these control and coordination is brought in all animals with help of the two main system, that is nervous system and endocrine system. So first we will study human nervous system. The nervous system of animal composed of specialized cell called neuron or nerve cell, which can detect and transmit different kinds of stimuli. So we can say the structure and functional unit of the nervous system is neuron or nerve cell. They are the two parts of the human nervous system. First is central nervous system, second is peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. In this image you can see the central nervous system composed of the brain and spinal cord. Second is peripheral nervous system. It consists of the cranial nerves which arise from the brain and spinal nerves which arising from the spinal cord. As we know, the nerve cell or neuron are the structure and function unit of our nervous system. There are the billion of the nerve cells which make our brain. A nerve cell is a microscopic structure consists of major three parts. First is cell body. Cell body also called cyton, which contain nucleus and cytoplasm. Second part is the dendrites. Third is the axon, which is covered by protective covering called myelin sheath. In this picture you can see the structure of the nerve cell. It have the dendrites which are the tree-like structure, and then cell body composed of the cytoplasm and nucleus which run into the axon, and axon is protected by covered by myelin sheath and goes to the terminal branches called as nerve ending cells. As we study about the our brain is made up of the billion of the cells. Now we will study how these nerves are joined with each other. The point of the contact between the terminal branches of the axon of one neuron with the dendrites of the other neuron is called synapse. So we can say by the synapse the different nerve cells join and pass information from one nerve to the another nerve and finally into the brain. How the nerve impulse generate inside our body. First we have to know what is the nerve impulse. The conduction of the stimuli by the nerve cell is called nerve impulse. Now how it originate. In this image you can see how the nerve impulse generate. The first dendrite will receive the stimuli from the receptor and conduct the same as electrical impulse of the axon through the cyton. Then at the synapse, the synaptic lobes secrete a chemical substance called neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter is a substance which converts electrical impulse into the chemical impulse and pass it in the neighboring neurons. You have been seen when you touch the very hot substances, you move away your hand from that substances with a jerk. Why we do so? and how this occurs due to the reflex action. Now what is the reflex action? Reflex action is the special case of the involuntary movement of the voluntary organ when the voluntary organ is in the vicinity of the sudden danger. It is immediately pulled away from the danger to save itself. In this picture you can see when we touch the hot substances, the nerve from the our finger goes to the spinal cord by the afferent neurons which take the information, and from the nerve spinal cord there come one nerve called as the axon of the efferent neurons, and it goes to the muscle of our hand and give the information to muscle to contract and withdraw part behind the stimulus. So the why the reflex action, your hand is saved from the immediate injury and you move away your hands with a jerk. Reflex arc, the path through which nerve signals and responses in the reflex actions, that is from the receptor organ like skins to the spinal cord and from the spinal cord to effector organ like muscles. In this flowchart you can see the stimulus goes through the receptor and goes to the spinal cord by the sensory nerves, and from the spinal cord it goes to effectors through the motor nerves and effector to response. So this pathway is called reflex arc of the reflex action. Thank you.